Hello guys, Tom here, Permaculture Wilmington. So a lot of interest in permaculture these days, regenerating soil, just getting the most out of the property that we own instead of growing grass and taking away from the soil constantly, having to put things back in from an outside input. We are now learning to grow food in our yards and regenerate the soil through natural means in-house without buying other things, using the leaf litter that falls and just regenerating the soil naturally. It's a wonderful thing, and plus it benefits our food. We get those nutrients, those things we aren't getting, and we get them in our diet. Speaking of one, medicinal mushrooms is a growing thing now, and we forage a lot of mushrooms in our diet. Some of the medicinal mushrooms that we forage are turkey tail and reishi. A lot of people are interested in these today, and they're wondering exactly how to incorporate those into their diets in an easy manner. So that's key, is just making these things easy to consume on a daily basis and getting the benefits out of them. Some of the compounds that we want from these things are water soluble, and some of them are fat soluble, so you would need to do a tincture with alcohol. But what we do is just basically boil the reishi and the turkey tail after blending it in the blender for a little while, just to kind of open up those cells, and so it can release out into the water. And then after we simmer it for about 2 hours, we strain it with a strainer. Woo! Strainer, very important, gets all those chunks out. So if you put it into things like smoothies, you won't have to worry so much about chewing and chunks and little bits of the turkey tail, especially, because that's a tough one. But a great tasting mushroom, I think, to put into smoothies and things. We like mushrooms a lot. We usually spend about 25% of our diet is put into growing mushrooms as well as foraging them. So, something to consider if you're out there and you want an alternative means of food. Mushrooms can definitely be grown at home, and you can grow them so that you can have them on a regular basis, which is wonderful. Lots of different methods out there. We can go over that on a different video. But for right now, let's get into medicinal mushrooms in the morning. Especially, we like to put them in smoothies, but you can use these ice cubes in anything. So after you make the decoction, you strain it, you put it in an ice cube strainer, and what you're going to get, or not a strainer, but an ice cube tray, what you're going to get is these cubes that you can just keep in a bag, and then drop them right in, just like that. All right, guys, that easy. I hope this was helpful, and enjoy your day. Happy gardening.